Why hello folks! So, I'm coming at you today with a bit of a different little fun build for Grendel. I got a tip in the comment section about this. It looked so much fun that I had to try it. And that is the interaction between Grendel and the Ferrox, or the Tenet Ferrox. You saw that I just did a rollerball thing with aqua blades, and that's fun. However, that's the meme build. If you actually want to do this build with aqua blades, I'm gonna say sorry, but as always is the case, what you should be removing from Grendel is pulverize. You should be removing his rollerball. You don't remove regurgitate, it's too good now. The pulverize is unfortunately, like, still, it is the ability that you can remove. It's so much better than it used to be, because now you heal yourself with it, and you strip armor with it, and you bonk enemies around, and it's a mobility skill, and it's fun, and all that. But if you're gonna Helminth something, it's still the one. Even though I like the rollerball nowadays, I like using it. It's fun. But now we're going with a build. So the reason why I put aqua blades in here will become apparent soon enough. It's just, you know, the thing that I've found that works in a fun way with this. Other than that, I still sort of recommend primed sure-footed. I would need to form on my Grendel again for that. He's got a lot of fun things you can do with his builds. He does toxin status effects on some of his abilities, so that also applies corrosive. For example, enemies he swallows into his gut, or enemies hit by regurgitate. So that one triggers. He does have abilities where he heals himself as well, partly from, well, now I've removed the rollerball. You know, also nourish. Whenever you nourish and eat an enemy, you also heal yourself. That triggers Archon Intensify, so you can have 2 Archon mods that you can run with him. Very nice. He's got a teeny tiny bit of shields, which means shield gating builds with brief respite work fantastic. He also gets tons of armor, tons of health. He's just a super tank. And you kind of want a bit of everything. You want, like, a lot of duration is nice. Now, I have this much duration because of an invigoration, actually. But I still keep it at a positive number. Range is nice to be able to swallow enemies in from further away. And a hefty bit of strength is pretty good in general for him. I'm also using Molt Augmented so I can ramp up the ability strength even more. And since we are running Brief Respite, we do want to throw in a Decaying Dragon Key here when we are running with Grendel. Now with the Decaying Dragon Key, he has 19 shields. So to restore over shields, you can basically just cast any one of his abilities to refresh his shield gate. And the Tenet Ferrox. Now, I will show you, real quick in the simulacrum, why we're using the Tenet Ferrox. So the Ferrox and the Tenet Ferrox have an alt fire, where you can just throw it on the ground, and as you can see, it generates a pulse that sucks enemies in. This is what it looks like in action, right? So it sucks enemies in. Now, you can actually hit an enemy directly with this, and now that enemy becomes a beacon for other enemies. Kinda cool, huh? So here's what you can do with Grendel. You can hit an enemy with the Ferrox. No, there. And then you eat that enemy. And now look. Now I am the suck pulse. Now enemies are just constantly sucked toward me wherever I'm going. And this is gonna last for 30 seconds with the Tenet Ferrox. After that, the pulse will disappear, and then you need to hit a new enemy and eat it. So once we have all of that, and we activate all our buffs and we activate aqua blades, now enemies are constantly getting sucked in. They're getting hit by viral procs, they're getting hit by slash procs, and they're dying. At a pretty alarming rate as well. and that's the build. Like, that's all you need. Blah. So, Tenet Ferrox plus aqua blades, and you just create a death field around yourself that is constantly sucking enemies into your death field. which is hilarious. Let's do that again. First, hit an enemy with the Ferrox. No, hit an enemy with the Ferrox. Can be a bit finicky to actually make it hit. Did I get the suck field? Yeah, I got the suck field. We activate Nourish, we activate Aqua Blades. Hell, we can even regurgitate to strip all enemies of their armor. Like so. And then, you know, they die even faster to these Aqua Blades. And you can basically kill everything on the map this way. You don't really actually need to use any of your weapons. Is this good? Does this work in practice? Yeah, it absolutely does. This has applications if you want to use Grendel for maybe, I don't know, focus farming or something. But you can just walk through a survival mission. You can just walk through it. Let's do that, shall we? Good old Selkie Steel Path survival. Here we go.
Hold on. I'm sending auxiliary life support.
And pop, eat. Yeah. Everything's dying. Such a chill build. Grendel is so tanky, so these enemies, they can't really do anything to me. I can just reactivate my shield gate at will. I suck enemies in. When I can't suck them anymore, I just need to hook them again and eat them. So as you can see here, it's like I'm not actually using my weapons at all, except for, you know, occasionally just hooking something with the Ferrox and then eating it. And that's it. And everything just dies. It just dies. I don't really have to do much. It's such a smooth build. Feels a bit cheaty almost, right? So now we have a acolyte incoming. So I'm not actually, you know, fighting the guy. I'm just standing next to him. And that should kill him. Yeah, it does. He is dying just from standing next to me. That is what we wanted. Can speed it up with another regurgitate, I guess. If I can find him. There he is.
The raid is off to a successful start.
Where did he go? Where did he? Ah, okay. He just died. Right. Yeah, no, this we can keep going. We can keep going forever with this. It's like enemies can't really hurt me because I'm Grendel, and that's just Grendel things. Ah. Continuously suck in everything around me. It just dies. I armor strip, I heal, I shield gate. That's about it. So after that quick demonstration, what do we got? 388 kills. Apparently I killed something with my melee weapon at some point. How about that? No, other than that, it's just ability kills. So smooth. I have been singing the praises of Grendel for a long time, and now with his rework and you know, his new abilities, his new ability kit, he is even better than he was before. So here is another Grendel build. That's what you come to this channel for, people. The Grendel builds. But here's another one with Aqua Blades and the Tenet Ferrox. It's fun. It's an interaction only Grendel can do. And it's smooth. It's like you really can just fight endless hordes of enemies, and you don't really even have to think all that hard about what you're doing. He just takes care of everything by himself. You know why? Because he's goddamn awesome, that's why. That's the build, people. Thanks for watching, and I will see you again tomorrow for something completely different.